Smell that. Let it fill the air. I'm about 98% sure there's not a show out. There's not a show out that provides the vibe like we do on a Monday.
Of course not.
Come on, man. You just started your week. He cussed you out this morning. It's like it's all you needed. This is nasty. This is. Come on, man. You can smell that.
What it smell like? That's what it smell like?
You know what it smell like? Smell like this is. It's like prime. It smell like Pam Grier bathwater. That's what it smells like.
Okay, you went in a different direction. I can take that.
Yeah, you know. We had children in the room.
I'm sure she's heard worse. See, I don't.
All right.
Wish I did. Because something told me to bring them too, and I didn't. That probably would have made it a little bit easier, huh? We gonna make it work. Look, if you can tell, there are some differences here. Things are looking different. They sounding different. The whole 9 yards. So we gonna make it work. We you know, guys know how we do. We gonna rig all that to make it work. But hopefully you enjoyed that private space that my co-host, Mr. Bald Wisdom over here said smells like Pam Grier bathwater.
Right? Some sexy shit, man. That just
Pam Grier like Diane Carroll.
You might have won on that.
Or young Eartha.
Man. Right? Some sexy. Eartha could. Oh, look, it's me. It's me sounding okay. Like you gonna do me on me. You gonna go big on big. Like
hi. What's going on?
What kind of space stuff you got in here?
You got the Wally backpack with
the
Aminol in there.
Hey, bro, you gotta make my man's a punk, bro. Like he needs some tough stuff. Where the chains and the DMX dog kit, bro. Like
ain't none of that at all.
She got him in the little
he a lap dog.
Little foofy bag and stuff. You can get beat up at the dog parks. Where that boy ass nigga Milo at?
He's still a puppy, man. He got time.
He got thugs in this.
Got time. Leave the dog alone, man. Leave the dog alone. But welcome to the first of brand new looking episode of Just a Dope Ass Podcast. 'Tis I, King Carter, aka DC, aka as you guys can see on the screen live if you're watching on YouTube.
That's the thing.
Dark Gable.
That's the thing. Hi, TJ, Chad Awesome. You know. Bald Wisdom, 3 Bs, all black and bearded. We're just out here, man.
Triple B.
This live shit is cool. Like, in case you were wondering, guys, like, you know, if you watch live, you watch later. You know, we've been going through like visual transitions, but as a unit, man, it is live action around here. One thing you're not gonna come up here in the good news and do is be fucking nervous. You better mean what you say, goddammit, because you can't take it back.
Not at all. Especially now. Once we do it, it is out there.
Oh, no, man. You know.
Full life.
You know, so
just to let you know.
Put your phones in the air if you know, my bad. If you like live stuff and aren't inflicted with illness. I mean, you know.
I mean, just go say it how he tried to say it.
He was like, I've only listened to it twice. I understood like what he said, and then like it's just carried on. I don't know. I thought it was rap. He apologized today, so everybody was like, "It's not a good enough apology." And like, we all know, but that's how the game works. Like, if everybody else be full of shit, let that man be full of shit. I guess. Like,
I would appreciate Boosie energy and not apologize at all.
See, that'd be my only thing. I feel like you could be a Boosie. I've had this conversation with my uncle. Like, you could be a Boosie now. Like, I feel like people don't pay attention to the fact that Boosie been Boosie for like
forever.
Yeah, he got like 20 some odd years of Boosiedom. So yeah, you could say whatever the fuck you want because you have this built-in fan base. You also have, you know, built businesses and this, that, and the third. As much as hot as the baby is as a fucking artist, like he's the hottest thing on the earth. But you only been like the baby for like, you know, unless you've been like really saving, that money can kind of, you fuck around and be a regular nigga fucking around. Like,
I mean, yeah, for his lifestyle, how he keeps buying jewelry and all this other stuff, he got a couple endorsement deals, but not enough to like really solidify him. Boosie had the cult following of hoodness that's going. No matter what happens, you're uncancelable. Baby he's a commercial artist, so that means at any given time, like you said,
see, that's where that commercial shit get dangerous. Like, if you want to be a real nigga, I don't know if you could do both, or you stay off social media. I guess you just drop your fucking music and go. I mean, I'm not necessarily condoning his comments, but the more I listened to it, I was like, not to say what he said wasn't like terrible, like bad, but I'm like, like I don't condone. I guess like you didn't have to say that. As I thought about, I had more of like what the fuck did you say that for?
Yeah, you didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say it. If you wanted to say it, you could have delivered it in a different way. I'm all for you being off the rails with some shit that you're gonna say. Yeah. But understand how you're gonna deliver it based on where you're delivering it at, and like comedians, like understand the punchline. Don't just go up there and be spitting out something that you think is funny. Like understand how to deliver it.
Yeah, it's like if they talk about the shit with artists, and I saw some video where they were trying to make the correlation of most artists, you get up there and why the DJs doing this set, that's where that whole shit came from. It's like everybody pump it up, put your motherfucker, and it gives everybody kind of a chance to reset, and then you go on with the next 20 whatever minutes of the show.
Right.
Cool. But it was like, my nigga, you could have just told everybody throw their hands in the air, like shake your ass. Like it was just, if your pussy clean, it's like, okay, you want clean pussies out here. People probably gonna fuck tonight. All right, cool.
Right.
The fucking HIV and AIDS thing was a little weird, but it was like that wasn't the terrible. It's like we said last time. I was like that sucking dick in the parking lot shit. I was like, did somebody do that? Like, did who? You could have just said that to them that made you uncomfortable or whatever. But like,
I think that's mostly what it was. It could have been something that he caught wind of specifically, and he just kind of wanted to reference it during the show, especially during a festival like that where it's tons of people and there's some wild shit going on. I think he just wanted to reference some wild shit. But he's a pretty decent performer, so I would assume like have something you're going to say that's going to lead into the next song, not just something random that's just completely off the rails.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be fuck that shit. But like I said, if you're gonna be the fuck that shit person, you got to stand on that.
Right.
It just looks, it looks.
Don't backpedal. Don't start lying and all that other stuff. Like actually get out there and do that thing. What's going on, sir? You just slid in.
Oh, it's oh no. Yeah.
What's going on, sir?
Look good. Man, take this shit.
Now the funny thing about this in comparison to normal is because now we got to get him in here.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that.
We got to send him the thing.
You got to get the link, and you got to get the whole.
You got to get linked in, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, say it. You came here for a reason. What's on your mind?
You did.
No, I'm laughing at you making the double entendre reference to LinkedIn. So it's hilarious.
Oh, I do what I can. I'm not the funny guy of the pod, but I have my moments.
Yeah, sprinkling. That ain't true. See, everybody be seeing whatever parts we just promote good, but motherfuckers dangerous. Like, just feel like y'all don't hang out with the man enough. Like it's dangerous as shit. Like,
this is my first time being in here since.
It's sexy in here, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's some sexy shit.
Yeah. Nibbles hard, ain't they?
Yeah.
You came in. We messing with you today. You here?
No, it's all good.
Okay. Good. Just enjoy. We came
here to do it.
Yeah, you came. Look here. You know what you came here to do, baby. You know what you came here. Don't get shy now.
How y'all doing?
We doing good, man. This is just our first time getting this live thing cracking. We figuring out all the kinks, not the kinks that we like, but the kinks that come with this computerized world that we're
I don't know, man, because somebody want to see this more often. We might be figuring out the kinks that we like because StreamYard.
I don't know if we can stream. Hey, he ain't in here. Hey, Keith, I know you probably listening. Can we stream from the OnlyFans in here?
Shit.
We can cover up the cameras so everybody don't have to see when they check the security camera.
Good news, baby.
Right. Like, yeah. Just a dope ass. I got something for you.
It's like, put the good news on the table.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Just lay it on out on the line. Literally. Lay it on out on the line. But what's going on with you, Mark? What brings you to us today? How you feeling?
Oh, I just got to do my once a month therapy session. Just kick it with you.
Nice. It's nice.
And the fact that he's not joking,
I'm not.
I appreciate that, because in case people don't understand, I think on the good news, we've been dubbed the resident pod therapists. Like, people want us to come when they show to give our perspective, or they come to ours just to be able to let loose. And that's what we want here. We want an open door policy situation where people can just come in and vent and talk about whatever. So I appreciate that. We, in the last couple of days, we got best content,
Fucking safe spaces. Fuck.
and super safe space to say whatever you want and come be yourself. We see, like, literally, y'all can see live as with like these hand gestures that I'm doing it. It's a little delayed, but you're gonna see it as I'm doing it in like 5 seconds.
That's also fucking me up while I'm not looking up there as much, because I'm like, I know to them like it's live, but in my mind I'm like, there's a couple moments I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, ain't no reason. You just look like a confused nigga for
What
no
the hell
reason.
am I doing? Look, there it is.
Like, so at the other studio, so we did this shit on Friday,
Mhm.
and because the screen is so much further away,
Mhm.
like I ignored it for like majority of the show until like the end again. I'm like, oh, we are right there.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
That's really like the way to be.
Yeah, we really don't have to pay attention to it. We're just being narcissists at the moment, staring at ourselves. But other than that, we don't really.
Yeah,
have to pay
it really was
attention
to see if it worked, but now it's just like, by me. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't know what the fuck this is. Yeah, like this nonsense.
OnlyFans coming soon.
I really want to hear what Mark said first, so I can see if I can like squeeze in that fucking quote. Because I know sometimes people be like, y'all be having such good content. I'm like, man, we had a conversation about that 20 minutes before I posted it. We just, you ever thought about some shit? Hey man, that's really good. Yeah, let's hit them with it like it's something powerful. So I'm hoping you say some shit that I could just.
Oh, we'll find a way to make it. We'll find a way to make it work. Before you walked in, we were talking about the baby debacle.
Oh yeah,
That nigga.
yeah. It was.
What are your thoughts on his comments and his I'm sorry rollout tour that he just started?
It was a nigga saying some nigga shit in a nigga way at a nigga event, and he got caught up being a nigga.
Is it really a nigga event though? Because I think like we attribute it to being a nigga event, but it ain't owned by niggas.
Yeah, I feel like Rolling Loud maybe is definitely like.
I mean,
attributed to, it's geared towards us, but
it's geared towards us. But all the white kids got the bots and shit, and they be buying tickets to our stuff.
Right.
So
Rolling Loud is basically like the McDonald's commercials that have black people singing and dancing for the burger all the time.
Calvin got a job.
But go ahead, Calvin.
I'm finna leave.
You asked for something. There you go.
No, there it is. There it is. You could have slid it in there. He caught you off guard. That's not supposed to happen.
No, that was
You're supposed to be ready with all the mixed sauces and the McBurgers, the McHookups, and all that.
Bring back the Szechuan sauce, bitch.
People got that misconception. Y'all got. I'm like, y'all have full reign. Come in here and fucking surprise me. I don't give a shit. That shit's funny. Or entertaining, or like intriguing. Whatever, man. Teach me some shit.
It could be a little bit of both. As Dion said back in the day, both.
Both of them.
Both of them.
BOFUM. Both of them.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It's on somebody's t-shirt somewhere.
No, it ain't. If it ain't on ours, it ain't on no t-shirt.
That's bar.
Fair.
Just to let y'all know.
Okay.
When these t-shirts drop, nothing else matters.
Respect.
I'm gonna definitely be king status in here almost every episode wearing our own shit.
Fuck yeah.
Why? Because we should. I actually put on shoes today. God damn it.
Oh, I ain't do that. I'm flippy floppies.
You did put on shoes.
All right.
That's surprising as shit. Ain't
Exactly.
It, right? Nigga is stunned.
I ain't had shoes on all pandemic. Like, yeah, clap it up. Socks on and everything.
Like,
Like,
I got the little soundboard too. Damn.
Yeah, man. Look, man. We trying out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
We getting about the dungeon over here, man. We getting about the dungeon.
But the dungeon produced some great music, some of the greatest music to come out of Atlanta.
Dungeon Family. Got 6 minutes. Some of that might be the greatest as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, man. Like the Dungeon Family shit was just, it's fucking crazy shit, man.
Yes.
Like out of like, just not to just harp on like the air quotations biggest ones, But like CeeLo and fucking Andre was in the same place.
Pretty much.
That's fucking insanity, my nigga.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
The wardrobes between the two of them alone, like their stylist is just
the noise them niggas organized over at that shit.
That's wonderful.
Fucking what? I don't give a shit, bro. I'm not in music, but I feel like when people make those like distinctions between super hip hop, I believe this conversation about to happen. Like there's a producer and there's like a beat maker.
Mm-hmm.
Those shits are different. Cause it was whatever that page. What's that page? Like I still love her or whatever. It's some weird like hip hop page. The one you sent me that had like the fucking the Busta Rhymes shit. Like there was and once again, man, Drink Champs has really good conversations. I have a lot of fucking Drink Champs like quotes.
Cause they all homies, so it's just like talking to your boys on camera.
Yeah, and they getting drunk in the process.
Yeah,
some of them don't drink. It's a lot of them. You can see their age because it's like, I don't drink. Like, pass me that water. Like,
yeah, you got a motherfucking ulcer fucking with y'all.
Kidneys is crying.
Yeah, you guys knew none of that. I got to
privileged
pass me that bottle of kombucha real quick.
Right. Treat both the kids later. Wrong. At least you got two of them. With your dog ass.
I got to poop, man. Y'all up here drinking what? No. Nigga, like that's crazy to see a nigga hit the old man shake with like a chest full of chains. Like, what you? No, but it was like Pharrell up there, and he was like flat out said, like Timbaland's better than me, and I don't give a shit like what your preference is, people. But my point is like when you think about the quality of music them niggas had done, like the shit those two motherfuckers had touched, and I was like, who's really like fucking with them? Like those motherfuckers are like insane music makers.
Some of the best music has been produced by niggas from Virginia.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
Between them two alone, and then you got Magoo.
Then you got Missy.
Missy.
Niggas don't say Magoo's name a lot.
Can we throw Chris Brown in there since he DMV status technically?
Yeah, he Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
He don't claim DMV, but
he claimed blood more than he claimed DMV, but
yeah.
That's what happens when you come to California, man. You get extorted and you got to start gangbanging. Pick a side, nigga. You gonna pay somebody some of these tithes.
I just feel like that's what happens when you just don't do what you're meant to do. Like once again, just throwing back to Pharrell, like he flat out on that show, he's like, I don't do verses. He's like, he said something like, I'm not a fighter, I'm a trainer. Like he just is. I'm so happy in my fucking lane. Everybody shut the fuck up. And I'm like, wow, this motherfucker's amazing. And if everybody just had a little bit of that, you just wouldn't have some of this other stupid shit.
Yeah.
So you're not excited for the Dipset versus Lox versus tomorrow?
I didn't say all that. I just said you just do what you're supposed to do and just be all right. Like Cam do what he's supposed to do. Like motherfuckers probably told Cam to do a whole bunch of shit. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna still drop this pink horsepower and shit. Like, cause I'm out here fucking. There's this thing where I had this thing online that I've been fucking my goddamn neighbor. And so you know what I should do? I should fuck, yeah. You know what I should do? I should fucking make some fuck stuff. Some fuck pills or whatever.
And they documented the shit.
Yeah, Cam ain't never not been Cam. He's been like better versions of Cam, but Cam speaks to that nigga. I'm me. Fuck you, weird ass niggas. I'm not doing that shit.
Project apartment and all.
That nigga played himself and paid him for. Played himself.
Oops.
Yep. And I appreciate his authenticity.
It's got to be a wonderful thing to get paid to just be yourself.
The fuck I'm doing here, man? The fuck we all here at the
hey. I said paid.
That's the point. And that's the point. You motherfuckers gonna do something. Y'all gonna stop coming up in my face. You guys are amazing. When the shit comes out that needs paid to be paid for, when it's merchandising, better see all you hee bitches and some shit.
Yeah,
right?
Because y'all can't even do a repost right now. Merchandise sales come. Send me the link. Send you the link. I posted the thing that you can click. Like, you want me to do all the work? You want me to pay for the content too?
Man, like I'm saying, my lovely black women and stuff, I want to be supported, man. All right, so I better see some just a dope ass shit. I catch y'all out here wearing Kodak Black shirts and shit, looking weird.
As a black man, you want to be supported? How dare you?
Cheap bastards.
How dare you expect to be supported, sir? Brokey.
Love me.
Like, the biggest irony in all that is like, ooh, be my supporter, be my supporter. Okay, so can you be my supporter? Nigga, no.
There it is.
You be like, but you just asked me 5 times to like your shit, to repost your shit, to buy some shit, to take a picture with your shit. Okay, I just need one thing. Oh, I'll get back to that.
Oh, reciprocity.
Fuck you.
Yeah, nah, that's hard to come by in a lot of ways. Yeah, that's some dangerous shit. Like,
It is.
If we're still, are we just talking about people with like are we just talking about merch and like, content is dangerous. If you sprinkling on the women part, that could get a little dangerous. Just taking the joke. I'm ready to ruin some jokes and shit now. We have a joke, an ongoing like laughable joke that we all talk about because it comes from real experience that you are meant to literally park your ass on the ceiling and like throw it through the basement when you in the pussy. Like you have to like you got to park that motherfucker on top of the chimney and then throw it through the fucking rose petals that like the whole garden on the bottom. And then you be like, hey, would you please, you want to throw that ass on me? And the check engine on them knees pop up in about 3 minutes, 27 seconds. You got a hot, maybe half a song before it's and then this is grinding shit. And it's like, hey, that's not, I know we have these conversations about how that pounding doesn't really do it for you. Well, that shit, I don't know what the fuck you slipping sliding on this. This is not going to take it to the house. So let's talk about how we're going to get this.
See, that's your problem because you're not supporting black women properly. You don't grab behind the knees to give her a little bit of like support.
I do all this shit. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm not 100% talking about me. I've experienced it, but
I can ride that. No, you can't. I'm holding the parts and stabilizing the things that you need right now so that you can do this.
You ever slid your lower half off so you could get some bass?
Yeah.
So you could you end up just throwing the shit from the bottom?
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Got to hang off whatever you want.
Got the nerve to call us lazy.
Hey, what are you doing hip thrust for in the gym? Relax. It's necessary.
God damn it.
It's a method to this madness.
And have the nerve to not wipe your sweat off.
Dog, like, he gets jokes about motherfuckers like not sucking dick for a long time. I have almost died up under here, like my neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, fuck it. And here's the generosity of niggas, bro. I've never heard a nigga that's ever said anything other in his brain than, shit, man, if I get paralyzed, I get paralyzed. This bitch finna come. Like, that's the only thing on the motherfucking mind. Like, I'm not worried about my neck. My throat is dry. I'm dehydrated. I can't breathe because your clit is in my nostril. Like, my tongue is up here. Right. My nigga, like, I'm in the womb with my fucking shit. Shut the fuck up talking to me, bro. Like, I got these you don't do nothing but be here. I'm finished to die. And then we turn around, you suck this motherfucker to death. Like,
because the nigga will be damned if his reputation gets destroyed because she go out in these streets and be like, he can't eat pussy.
Does that mean niggas need to go outside and just be like, man, you fucked Ashley or whatever? And you be like, that shit was whack. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, ass is fat, but like trash. Everything is weak.
I mean, niggas was doing that in college for sure. Like,
we can't do
like
that.
She got the weakest head game on campus. Bad.
And we were labeled
at a serious point, like her over there. Not that one, the one in the middle. It's the group of 6. Her right there with
the best looking one of that group who claimed that shit. Nah, she the worst.
But that's considered shaming when we do it.
I think it's shaming when it comes from hot. When it comes from like, a dog ass space. Like it would say, women shame because it's just like he didn't do whatever. I can't wait to let this shit be known. That's shame. If we having a conversation and it's like, so my shit fire, right? Yeah, it's fire, right? And we go, are you want to talk about it? Yes, that shit is fucking on my top 20 list. You about 22. Like you close. You could make it in there if you did these things. How dare you shame when we was having a conversation now? Shame is if I feel like shame is if I pull it out and nobody asked you for that.
The best way to really get her to just be in her feelings is just don't bust a nut. You ain't even gotta say nothing. Just All right,
I know I said this before, but I just want this out there that because there's somebody heard that and was like, motherfuckers always come with me. And just because I came
Does not.
doesn't mean you did a good job. That means I'm ambitious. That means I'm a fucking go-getter and I don't quit.
And I literally started thinking about some other shit.
Man, look, it's
y'all look confused the cum face with concentration face.
I think that's universal.
They be like, oh yeah, I'm putting it on him. Look at his face. And he's like, I'm trying to focus on something other than you right now.
Right.
Shut
the fuck up.
that nigga said Halle Berry doused in whipped cream and with honey on her nipples. Ah! Ooh, shit. Fuck you looking at?
I forgot you was here for a second.
Looking at
And still tap on the hip, be like, good shit, baby. All right.
Yeah, man, we really nice. I feel like, I know niggas. I'm not absolving men of doing terrible shit, but y'all don't pay attention to the amazing shit motherfuckers do to make the world great. Like this motherfucker right now, as it's millions worldwide that are in the middle of that moment right now to make sure the family unit stays together.
And it's still gonna get shamed afterwards.
Yep.
Shit.
Especially in the group chat to the homegirls. Get shamed on a regular basis. So that was leading me to my next point, because you say that it's not shaming unless we do this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot shame. But for us, we get shamed on a daily basis.
Yeah.
For every goddamn thing. That nigga came late. Traffic. You didn't do this. So.
But see now,
Who did it, Mark?
Oh, I don't know.
they just existing.
Yeah.
He just is like, you just.
I'm speaking for that one brother, man, who's not speaking for himself right now.
No, I realize
It's a lot of those.
I realize this might. I don't know if it's I think it might be a little bit more of a content creator thing to sound like a complete douchebag. Sorry, guys, but you on the internet a lot. Whether you're looking up sports stats, whether you're looking up psychology shit, whether I'm looking up fucking anime shit, but the shit comes through, and you kind of go, damn, it's a lot of motherfuckers is thinking like this. Part algorithm, but part like this is out here.
Yeah.
Bitch, are you insane? Like, how the fuck, nigga? What's wrong with you? No, that's not. Real niggas love when a bitch. No, we don't. No, we do not. I don't love none of that. None of that shit you niggas don't do any of that at all.
The worst comment section to see people's truth is that goddamn Justin LeBoy.
I don't know, but it's between him and but sometimes that spiritual word, boy, the motherfuckers over there.
Oh, yeah.
That shit get a little. I'm not even with the free promo. It just if you want to, I want people to look at it and be like, it's funny, and it's like y'all believe some of that shit, bro.
Right, it be a lot of people that go in on that shit, be having whole ass debates in their own separate thread.
My thing now is like the lack of depth with thought, where somebody will post something's like, read it again. Think about that. Absolutely not, bitch, because it was dumb when I read it the first time. I completely understood everything that was just posted, and it was stupid. This was 7th grade depth at best.
Yeah,
I'm that individual. I'll have those comments every once in a while.
You're better than me. I look at you, and some parts of me is just like, man, that nigga is built different. He is a strong man, because I know I'll be reading it for him. Like I'll read his shit, and I'll read it in the way I'm like, he was really just calm when he said this. And somebody, I'll be like, bitch, fuck you. Like, fuck this bitch. You know what that nigga said? Damn, what the fuck? And I'm like, nah, he got it. I don't need this. I don't have
to. I'll have a whole bunch of other people that be like, damn, you got her. Or damn, you got whoever. But you'll see like 20-some people like mine, and like one other bit of female like yours. Like, maybe you should like dive into that and like let's have I'm trying to have an actual conversation with you as opposed to like flaming you out.
Because if likes a validation, she should definitely look at herself and go, damn, nobody like
you this right here has put me on to something. Now, I posted today, what does self-love look like? Now, per the usual, none of y'all be responding, because I feel like this is what let me know that y'all have, this is why I be on y'all ass. This is a form of love that I'm finna get to.
Hold on, I'll respond.
What?
You say nobody responds.
You don't count.
You don't count.
I know, because we discussed the question before we put it out there.
Yeah, this is a unified front.
I just wanted to let him know that, you ain't alone. I got you back.
Nah, but yeah, it's fine. But no, like, that, because you'll see some that, sometimes I've seen like he'll post something or I'll post something that's a question or whatever. Yeah. You get the response and then you say it back and it's like no more. And I was like, oh, that's it, because y'all are looking for the dumb shit, and when we ask you something you wasn't looking for, it's like, and I feel like motherfuckers like look, and it's like, that is some. Go on, say what you want to say. This is the help, but this is the love. So when I thought about that shit from self-love, I saw some post, and it was like it's a lot of them. It's always like self-love looks like, titty milk baths and like green tea and nice walks on the beach and sunflowers, and for men it looks like beard care and blah blah blah. But it's like, when you think about love, when you take it out of self-love, you look at the love of a child, the love of your brothers, the love of your partner, the love of people you like, the love of fucking, say, your coach to a player, like, I want you to do better. That shit turns into, you fucked up. You did that terrible. You have this much, you have potential to do this, but you are walking like a piece of shit. Not any of that. It was my fault for choosing them. No. Like, you have fucked up things. That is self-love. Not in a self-deprecating way, not in a I'm just not shit. It's just look in that mirror, and instead of having one of these, bitch, you doing a good job, bitch, you fucking up. You know that, right? Like, he was a really great nigga, and you did this, and this to ruin it. Like, he's completely valid. He's completely valid in going that way. Man, I'm real nigga by myself. You're not, bro. You just are choosing to be a complete abscess on society. Like, she's very good for fucking with that nigga at the bank, and she should never talk to you again. Like, why is that not more of like the self-love shit? Like, that's not even the self-love conversation. You Google, you looking that shit on hashtag self-love. It's a lot of
because motherfuckers don't like tough love from other people. So why the fuck would they even entertain the idea of doing it to themselves?
I'm glad you brought that up.
So does that make everybody weak?
A lot of motherfuckers are.
Like, if you like, you walk around and you just be walking around all day and you feel like, not that you a dope motherfucker, you just be like, hey man, like, it's like if Kratos walk in the room full of Care Bears. It's like, man, I want to be friends with y'all, but it smell like bitch in here. Like, it really smell like bitch in here. Like, this sucks. And that's not gender neutral, man. That is gender neutral. Bitch is for everybody. Like, I don't care what you could be a punk motherfucker.
We need that on there. We need that. Y'all smell that? I smell sick. That's the edited version for TV that we grew up on. That wasn't the actual. But I'm glad you brought that up, because when we see those hashtags when it comes to self-love and things of that nature, I don't think a lot of people understand the difference between self-love and self-care. When we talk about self-love, people talk about self-care. Mm-hmm. That's not the same thing. Me loving myself is not the same thing as me getting my nose and my toes and feet and hair and all that other shit done. That's self-care. Yeah, that's all the cute stuff. That's self-care, but that's not self-love. Self-love is accountability. And that kind of gets left out of the conversation. People don't realize, like, in my opinion, you can take these words to the bank or not. I don't know how much you're going to get for it, but I think it's going to help you.
Priceless.
When it comes to actual self-love, the highest form of self-love is accountability. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't know how to be accountable to yourself and help make yourself do things that you don't even want to do sometimes, but it's necessary, then you don't really love yourself.
That's true.
Help them out. Help them out. Get them together.
That's actually like a super fucking bar. Like, hey, like, I love me and I want to do you really? Because if you really did, like, and I like to liken it to, like, if we take love out of the situation, everybody keeps things in a certain box, and you can have these bullshit outside of the That's what's happening.
It's looking at you now, so like, you got this like dick pic view on the camera. Like,
this is
look
lovely.
At yourself.
Look at that.
You look like somebody old school uncle looking
where
at
the
the
shit
phone.
bounce. Just bounce around. That's cool. Look at that. There we go.
I say you can. I think Keith pressing, but they did. Whoop.
Oh, you can just.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We'll get back to this conversation. But look at this shit, nigga. Just shoot. Motherfuckers gonna be listening to this and have to watch, because like, this is not cool without the fucking the shoop. You don't know what shoop is. Like,
pass him the motherfucking shit.
Yeah. He act like he didn't want the shit. I was gonna pass. Do you want the thingy?
He's gonna pass you the shit.
Yeah.
Initially,
I was gonna pass the shit. And nigga was like, put it down. I'm like, oh, you don't want the shit.
You looking like somebody Uncle Remus right now.
I thought it was put it down.
Miscommunication.
He said put it down.
Miscommunication.
He said put it down. Y'all didn't even see what he did. It's my word against his. Y'all saw me do this, and he said no. That's what happened. I don't know what the fuck he did.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, like, y'all here to see me tonight. Like,
cool. Now we got Mark on screen, so he ain't sitting here being an off-screen voice like he parks or something.
Wow, suck it easy. I don't know none of the fucking radio station things, but suck it, guy. Like, can we have radio beef? Rappers do it all the time. Like,
Radio.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Other.
Other stations.
Right.
When I learn y'all fucking things, because they be having like a lot of shit. The good news is it's better too. Like, you be listening to 87.5 Titty Milk, dude. Like, don't nobody hear about. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a terrible name. The Good News Network. Look how that sound. Like,
not only that, y'all don't want to fight in person.
You know what? I think we could take a lot. Like even if we mix and match, like we could on a, shit, man. Like if you just throw like nigga, you could, I don't even know if we would have to, if you just throw Kenny at like 7 stations, it's a wrap. Like what? Bruce like 6'5". He can beat no niggas up. Yeah, like what the fuck?
I said y'all two niggas combined on some Super Saiyan shit can throw niggas in pools and shit.
We were playing. We were barely trying.
But if you actually try,
it's a problem.
Exactly.
It's a problem. But yeah, we definitely could take y'all on. But now we got you set up.
Yeah.
Back to your point you were saying as far as
it's just like, when you look at, like when you say a love of a child, or like I said, like you said earlier, the love of like a partner and itself, it's like I'm going to, at the risk of you hating me, say something or do something that is like for your betterment. Fuck being liked. You need to do this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to work X amount of hours so this motherfucker don't have to live. That's love. So it's like you don't love yourself if you're not going to sacrifice whatever the fuck else for yourself.
And part of tough love is requiring you to be an asshole towards yourself and towards the others you love, because that's just what it embodies. It's being not mean to yourself, but it's like you have to be raw with yourself.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even
for everybody that's a Kobe fan, Kobe could be a great definition of self-love, because that motherfucker loved himself enough to beat his own ass to be as great of a human being and a basketball player as he possibly could.
Right. I wouldn't say that's being an asshole though. And that's kind of what like I don't like about it. Because I've even in my own lifetime, like I've accepted the role or title of asshole. And I'm like, yes, I'm an asshole. I accept that. But I do that to kind of disarm like, oh, you're an asshole for being honest. No, I'm just not. I'm shooting straight with you because I care about you. So I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. But I'll take on the moniker of asshole. We got that out the way. Now you actually have to listen to what I'm saying. But we have to stop where I don't feel comfortable hearing this reality because I want to stay in this disillusioned space. Mm-hmm. And now I'm calling you an asshole because you're making me come back to reality. That's not the same thing. An asshole is somebody that's going to do some shit that's maliciously trying to hurt your feelings or trying to demean you or degrade you in some shape, form, or fashion. If somebody's being honest with you and they're telling you what you don't want to hear, but you need to hear it, that's not them being an asshole. It's actually you being an asshole for not wanting to take it into consideration or even attributing that to how much they care about you.
Yeah, but think about how many words people have attributed like asshole to, oh, you did something I don't like, you are now this. When in reality, they're not. They're not that thing that you claim them to be because you don't like what the fuck they're telling you.
So you say the whole niggas ain't shit narrative is completely false?
Could be. At times.
Yeah, I think like just I guess the narrative, like niggas as a whole, just men aren't shit, women aren't shit. You made choices, bro, or sir, or ma'am. Like you made choices with this individual that happened. That person is a dickhead, and they so happen to have this particular set of genitals next to them. But what bro fucked up on, you might not catch over here. And we not even added into, have you actually sat down? Have you actually just sat down and done the real self-reflection? Like really looked at yourself, like scrutinized yourself. Like, why the fuck do I think that this is a good way to go about whatever the fuck? Why do I think this is a bad way? Because, said it before, and I'm gonna say it again because I'm probably say it till they put me in the ground. It's like your granny and your pop, your fucking parents. Some of that shit might not be love. Them niggas was an obligation. Them niggas was, your granny, like, we talk about fucking Lovecraft Country. Your granny was Hippolyta. She really was like, I could go to France and dance and shake my titties, and then I could build spaceships. And somebody said, shut up, bitch. You got fucking ovaries. Get your ass in that kitchen. And she was like, well, this is really what a woman's supposed to do because him strong. She hated life. You're fucking like, when motherfuckers talk about fences, and motherfuckers always get caught up in the fact that, yes, Denzel's character is shit. He cheated on whatever. Mm-hmm. But if we look at this as This is how y'all. This is the era of relationships that y'all loved. This nigga is a boy. He's a 57-year-old boy everywhere in life. So when I come home, I need to be a king in some facet. Shut up, make my sandwich, do this. Shut up, boy. Don't, because I don't have nowhere else in my life where I have any sentiment of like fucking. So you thought that it was like some real man shit to whatever. Bitch, that's trauma. That ain't no fucking, that's not love. That's not a provider. That's not a, if I'm a leader, because all the best leaders you see on all these fucking like 1920 TLC is talking about the History Channel. If that nigga had a whole delegation of people, that nigga was like, look, I'll make the final decision, but I truly trust that this motherfucker knows more than me. It's supposed to be your wife. It's supposed to be your dog. So she can. What's wrong with y'all? Fucking stupids? Like,
So based on everything that you're saying, I have a couple questions.
yeah.
Based on what you're saying, would you say that men don't know how to receive love because they don't actually understand how to love themselves, and women don't actually know how to love us because they don't know how to love themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like everybody takes this love. It's a true statement. You don't know how to deal with or accept or engage with love because you don't know how to love yourself. But you motherfuckers always assume them goddamn quotes are talking about, let me lay out the lavender over my body, and then the light went off. And
I think it's from the computer.
oh, well, shit.
Might have to tap that ass one good time.
Is it that computer that's plugged into?
It's plugged into yours.
Oh, is my shit dead?
I don't know. The light on.
Light on.
Yeah, your shit dead, dog.
Oh,
well, y'all gonna get these late night vibes.
Pretty much.
We don't.
Oh no, I don't like that. It's gonna fix it.
Yeah,
But
94.7, baby.
But
Sweat coming.
what was I finna say?
I don't know what you.
Oh yeah, but like people think like love is just this fucking like, you know, I can sage and I put this all over my body and now it's whatever. You're a dickhead.
Mark,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on being loved as a man? Like
What?
truly loved.
What are my thoughts on being loved truly as a man?
Like what does that look like to you or feel like?
You don't let me get away with bullshit.
So you're okay.
You hold me accountable.
Okay, you're a man that's okay with being held accountable for your bullshit.
I desire accountability because
Oh,
I'm gonna hold you accountable. I hold myself accountable, and at times that I slip up as a partner, I will hope that you can at least fill in some type of gap and be like, "Hey, you clearly not here right now, mentally or emotionally. I can see it, I can feel it. Here's how it's making themselves feel. Get your shit together." And if I go, all right, well, I clearly wasn't aware of it. Tell me how you would like for me to fix it. Because now that's actionable items. Like, all right, you told me something was wrong. I am clearly the problem. What can I do to now make this shit better? If it's a couple things that they have on their list and go, you can do this better, do that, change this, change that. Okay, fine. And if it's even a deeper rooted thing, okay, thank you. Let me go sit with this and figure some shit out. And let me come back attempting to be better. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to grow as a person. Hopefully they're trying to grow as a person too. And if we got something that I think is strong and that's, that I believe in, we can help each other promote growth within one another.
How much pussy they get you with when you hit a bitch with actionable items in the middle of a conversation? Oh my god, this nigga's smart as fuck. Like, I never hit nobody with actionable items. I like to think I'm a pretty verbose motherfucker, man. Like that's some shit. Actionable items, bitch. Did you hear what he said? Like, yeah. But no, that makes sense. But here, my only conversation. This is both sides because I hear everybody on earth talk about you got to hold people accountable. Are you holding them accountable? Or are you belittling them to get your shit off? What's this a difference? Like you just said actionable items. That to me is like, okay, you established you love this motherfucker. You established you want to do the whole whatever thing. So it's like, have you sorted through your emotions and picked out parts where you was like, I'm just feeling away. This is a problem. This is a problem because of A, B, and C. And A, B, and C need to have like...
Tell me the cause and effect.
Yeah, it needs to not just be like, I felt this way because maybe I take that back. You can express it respectfully, but if we're going to express how this made you feel, then that might have to get into the space of you feel this because mental health conversation or statement. Your feelings are valid. that does not make you right because you have valid feelings. Fucking Hitler had valid feelings. Like, you hate them for a reason. If I'm just objectively looking at your upbringing or whatever, all right, bro, you're valid for how you feel about this. But really, bro, you're a racist because they made you feel small. You know, Tyrone beat you at the motherfucking middle school race. Yeah. Like, I understand your hatred of this group. You're still a piece of shit for these choices. You're still a dickhead for how you've processed this. They're valid. I get it, man. You're anxious. You're mad. You feel, used and abused. Now, how you dealt with that use and abuse is bullshit. And this is not that. So you should. So I feel like in order to bring it to the shit, you need to take a couple. Maybe you can take it. You can take a couple minutes. But if you need a couple days, take a couple days to go. All right, I was on bullshit. This right here, though, is wrong. These 4 things, because I was going to hit you with 20. Really, it's only 4.
And to your point about, somebody having to take a couple minutes away, when somebody that has some recognition of who the hell they are and how they process things and how they deal with things, and they come to you at the beginning of whatever situation, relationship y'all got, and they go, hey, here's how I deal with shit sometimes. I'm just telling you right now so that way you don't get caught off guard. And then you do it, and they go, oh, motherfucker, you was actually serious about that. Like, bitch, yes. Like I told you, if I'm really upset and I don't want to disrespect you verbally, I am going to walk the fuck away. And maybe be in isolation for a little bit so that way, one, I'm not tempted to, call you out your name, say something I'm going to regret, and start attacking your feelings versus expressing how I feel in a mature, calm demeanor where we can actually have a fucking conversation and a dialogue versus me monologuing because I'm pissed off.
That sounds like, 1, somebody doesn't want to change themselves, but 2, walked into that thing thinking like
they can change.
Yes, I can adjust you to what I need you to be for me.
And the answer to that is vehemently no, because bitch, I'm an only child, so I'm used to dealing with it. You not.
Not only that, but who says that what you're trying to change me to is what's necessary or what's best?
Have you, in your situation, if you're somebody who likes to take space, I'm biased because I'm on the same team. So if I need to fucking, and I'm not bullshitting, if I said I needed space, I just need that because you've got, like, I'm well past rational conversation here, and I just feel like that might be for the room and a couple other niggas I know that you take this laughy, peaceful shit for the fact that a motherfucker can still pop, and that shit's not cool. I don't like that. I don't like how that makes me feel physically, emotionally. It's draining as fuck. It's unnecessary. All that shit. So if I say, hey, got to go over here. Let a motherfucker go over here, but also acknowledge, like, and kind of examine why you don't like nobody to go over here. Like, what is that about? I want to get it done. Do you? Is this some needy shit? Is this some abandonment shit? We can explore that, and that's the growth of the relationship. Because I need to explore why part of this might be me taking space, but the initial thing might be me running from conflict. So if I'm examining that, my nigga, then you need to examine what the fuck is that shit. I don't care, man. We ain't got no fucking shit.
All good. Yeah.
Go get red light special.
Like,
we do have fucking red. Damn, I ain't even paying attention.
It's okay.
Damn, shit not green. That's crazy.
I changed the lights last episode, nigga.
I didn't pay attention to that either. I ain't paid attention. I ain't looked up. Like, it's because I'm focused on the fucking job, people.
Content.
Go
ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I just think when you mention abandonment issues, I swear people feel like when you walk away from a moment, they take it as you're walking away from everything. It's like, no, like, I'm coming right back. Hell, I'm not going far. I didn't even get in my fucking car and drive off. I just went to the other room. Or I took a quick little walk down the street to get some air, to be calm, and come back level-headed.
That's the lean into it part, though. Like, leaning into.
Is that you? You interrupting, Mark?
Oh. Okay, that's one. But you lean into, hey man, like, why don't you like when a motherfucker? Because that makes me feel like, come on. It makes you feel like
abandoned.
Boom. All right. So why do you like to run away, Mark? Well, I'm not running away. Like, you're taking it as me running away and like abandoning you. I'm at my limit. And I know that you say that, but I'm like, nah, man, because when I put this motherfucking TV in the ceiling, like, It's like I'm telling you, like that's what the fuck it is.
And now it's I've never seen this side of you because I know what this can lead to, and for the betterment of everybody, why does this other person have to come out? Why does this ugly version have to come out? And people really like to like find other people's ugly.
You don't like, you're not talking, you're not communicating, you're not with I was. Like, are you a good listener? Not in a shit and not in a diss way, not in a tit for tat. It's like, no, man, let's explore these dynamics. Because when I said this was it. This was my I've had that problem before. It was like, why didn't you? I know you've had steps 1 through 10. I only really thought step 2. I thought it was a 1-2 thing. So that was it. I know I'm not dismissing you. I don't have any more to add to that. Mm-hmm. I just did it because I was on autopilot. Boom. That's how I thought it should go. Okay, cool. My bad. Not dismissive. I don't have much more for that. Won't happen again. But if it's like, we need to talk now, you're not listening to me. Now I don't feel heard. Now I'm hyped. Now you didn't click the switch. We ain't to 10, but like, we don't nigga here now. This was, we was,
Now, from an accountability standpoint, that person should be accountable to their own shit and be accountable to recognizing I have these issues and I shouldn't let these issues be passed on to that person. But in our case, should we be accountable to choosing the person that is triggering our issue?
Yes, but I also think about you got to kind of make sure you're not your own worst enemy, because I've definitely come to a space where I was somebody who was like, whoa, man, this bitch ain't fun. Like as soon as I register that you're interrupting the fun or you're interrupting, I could get into like, I could find somebody that bothers my soul, like in the streets. I don't have to like get in a relationship with that. I could, But then I'm like, all right, man, a relationship is something that I believe works. So like relationship is a mirror. It can show you things about yourself. So I'll be like, okay, this is tough. Nobody going nowhere. This fucking sucks, but we fighting, I'm not a nigga who would run from a fight. So I'm like, I'm not gonna run from this fight in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Cool. But then you kind of got to sit there with that of like, hey man, am I just going to get my ass whooped? Like, cause I didn't been rocking this a lot of time. I'm not Batman. I will kill the Joker. Like I don't like this motherfucker keep breaking out of Arkham with me. This is the same fight. Give me some new shit. I want to fight new villains. I'll fight your new villains on and on. But you keep throwing the same shit. That's where I'd be like, all right, I'm just retaking a class that I probably should have passed like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, yes, we are responsible. You just got to know what space you're in and understand how to be like, all right, am I running from a lesson? No, I'm not running from a lesson. I'm here. Now, am I letting this lesson whoop my ass trying to be a good person? Because then you got to be like, no, I could leave. I'm not like leaving this. I'm not running away from this. I've exhausted my time here.
Right.
And there's nothing else more to give it. Nothing else more for you to give.
It shouldn't be more that you have to give in the first place. If you truly love yourself, you'll know beforehand and see the red flags and be able to avoid them. Now, that's where I have to hold us as men accountable. I can't speak on women because ain't none in this room right now. But as men, I think a lot of us, not only do we not really love and understand ourselves, but we'll willingly pick the trigger because it comes in a fancy package. And then continue to blame the same packages that we keep choosing.
And also like, throwback shit, to what you mentioned earlier about just, our grandparents, great grandparents and parents, the bullshit that they dealt with. Like, it's a part of the man's job to put up with a scorned woman or a woman's bullshit or a woman's anger because he's supposed to tough it out and she pissed off at us.
Right.
And we not supposed to do shit.
Which is a whole nother conversation that we got to get into.
Y'all want to be put up with though? Like, is that the mood? I don't want nobody to put up with me.
I feel like a lot of women go, this is who I am. This is who you get when you get with me. I'm like, hold on, but why I gotta inherit all of that shit?
That just sounds like you are actively trying not to grow. It's extremely stunting. And
all the bitches that say that shit when they be clinking. Clink.
But then we have to think about that as we get ready to kind of like exit here. But like, if that's what a man is supposed to do, is what you're saying, Mark, what is manly about lowering yourself, not being assertive, not communicating how you feel, not letting people know when something is not beneficial to you? Like, what's manly about lowering yourself for the betterment of someone else, as opposed to being firm and being an actual leader and figuring out, I got to do what's best for this situation, not just me or you?
Oh, the most manly thing you do is put up with the worst shit in life and still not step out.
But that's a beta mentality, isn't it? That's not an alpha mentality.
Here's the
But a lot of women.
nope. This is the question that I would have that we've touched before, but I just feel like maybe it needs to be readdressed because there wasn't a lot of interaction. It was just us having there is tons of conversation, men and women alike, on what a nigga's supposed to do, what a man's job is, what a man's role is, what makes a real man. I just want to know, on the flip side, what are the concrete things that make y'all can tell us, man, what it makes a real woman. Don't hit me with none of that fucking effervescent, goddess shit. Not to say that's not what y'all are, but we don't get that. Like, I don't get to just be God. I have to prove my God and kinghood. So what makes you this queen and goddess that you post about? Make it make sense. You don't got to give me a powerful presentation, but there are things that make a man a man. So what makes you deserving? Fuck the Kevin Gates can go, Kevin Samuels can go, fly a kite. But like, yes, what makes it make sense that you would be able? I'm a good company at the offices of TJ and Tej, of Mark and Mark, of the D and the C. Like, why would I hire you to like manage this? Because that's what a partner does. You come in to help make this better.
Sometimes the partner starts off in the mailroom. Got to earn your way up to being.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't hide it. You all start in the mailroom. I don't give a fuck who you are. You all start in the mailroom. Now, however his mailroom looked, you started at the bottom. You did not. You're CFO for you.
Some of them start as interns. Not everybody's in the mailroom.
Not everybody's.
Whatever your mailroom is, whatever your internship, you call them interns. You got a nicer company. Some of y'all started in the mailroom. Some of y'all was interns. What you didn't start as, you did not start in the penthouse suite. You earned that, which is cool.
When you become partner that way, that means you had to pay to become a partner. Like, there was some negotiations that were made. You still have to sacrifice something. At every level, you sacrifice something to be a partner.
There was in some cases there was a manager somewhere and they wanted a better job to become a director somewhere else.
That's it. Bye.
Tonight's top story: missing teenager Kate Wallace.
That's crazy.
She was so happy. We were so happy. If you know anything,
I said you got kidnapped white women at the end of the show.
I don't know if that came through. But
That should have been a Kanye album.
Cruel Summer?
Oh wait, no, Cruel Winter was the one that didn't come out. Cruel Summer did come out.
I
be getting confused.
It's on somebody's hard drive.
That's true.
Yeah, but his cousin stole the laptop, that dirty motherfucker.
To do nothing with it.
Except for selling back to the nigga.
Right. Like, to do absolutely nothing
like,
with
a whole
it.
waste of space.
That actually might help. Because me sitting close to this gives free light with no extra light. We might be able to use both of these in different ways. And I can just rely, depending on how we figure it out. I don't know. We got to play around with it a lot. Yeah, because we both still talk.